Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I'm dethrone. Today, I want to do a video asking you a question. Is Arctic Haze better than Gnawing Hunger? I don't know. Let's get into the weapon stats. Let's talk about the perk rolls. Let's talk about some stats, some numbers, some PvP, some PvE, maybe some different roles, and then maybe I'll pick a favorite at the end of the video. If that sounds like fun, hit the like button. And let's just get into the nonsense. So, stats versus stats on the Arctic Haze versus the Gnawing Hunger. First of all, you have two different frames. You have a rapid fire frame on the Arctic Haze, and you have an adaptive frame on the Gnawing Hunger. Basically, that means the impact and rate of fire are a little bit different. So, RPM on the Arctic Haze is 720. RPM on Gnawing Hunger is 600. Arctic Haze is faster, but it has a lower impact of 18, whereas the impact on the Gnawing Hunger is 21. So that plays into it, but that's not ultimately what we're going to look at. I'm going to look at things like range, stability, handling, reload speed, like all the different stats. Arctic Haze and Gnawing Hunger, even though they're different archetypes, they feel like they operate in the same space because they're both energy, high rate of fire, auto rifles, and I like that a lot. So I know last season of Arrivals was the season of the Gnawing Hungers, especially in PvP, and I don't think, even with the nerf of the Gnawing Hunger recently, that it's really knocked it down any on the PvP stage as far as dominance. It's still really, really good. I was using it earlier to record some footage for this video, and it still feels great. It doesn't feel like it was nerfed at all, honestly. But so let's look at the different stats and let's compare them directly. Range on the Arctic Haze, stock. I say stock because, you know, your perks will affect this. Range is 32. Range on Gnawing Hunger is 53. So right there, Gnawing Hunger has an advantage. Stability, though, goes to Arctic Haze. It has 53 with stability, whereas Gnawing Hunger has 49. Now, not a huge difference. So maybe you kind of give that one as a draw. Handling, Gnawing Hunger, it's got 67, whereas handling on Arctic Haze has 48. Reload speed, Gnawing Hunger as well. 61 to 53 on Arctic Haze. Aim assist is actually higher on Arctic Haze, though, and I think I've noticed this a little bit. It's got about 10 more points than the Gnawing Hunger, 75, whereas Gnawing Hunger is at 65, and that's pretty noticeable, honestly. I was PvPing with it, and it felt like with the Arctic Haze, at range, the one I had, I could hit a little bit better than Gnawing Hunger, and I don't know if that was just placebo or what, but it felt like aim assist was there. Inventory size, 50 to 55, not really a big deal. Zoom 16, it's the same. Recoil is 42 on Arctic Haze, and bounce intensity is 58, whereas recoil on Gnawing Hunger is 54. Bounce intensity is 46. It's kind of a toss-up. Arctic Haze felt a little bit jumpier than Gnawing Hunger, but the aim assist, I think, kind of helped mitigate that. Arctic tends right, Gnawing tends left, but a lot of that is dependent on what you get on your perk rolls. Now, I will say in the perk columns, the random rolls, the barrels and the mag perks are basically the same. You have basically the same options in both of those. So you can get tactical mag on both. You can get arrowhead break on both. You can get small bore on both. You can get extended mag. You can get all the things on both of them. There's a little bit of differences, but you know, if you're running the same barrel and mag perk, the only thing that makes a difference is the two random roll perks. So a couple more stats to throw at you. In PvP, I was getting Gnawing Hunger was 23 to the head, 15 to the body. That's what I was getting. Arctic is 21 to the head, 14 to the body. Technically, Arctic's time to kill should be faster. With those numbers, the time to kill is a little better in the Arctic Haze. Now, that ignores things like kill clip, rampage, stuff like that, which unfortunately Arctic Haze does not have, sadly to say. So let's talk about the perks, go over who has the edge where, and then we'll take a look at some of the rolls that I have, because obviously on the Gnawing Hunger I've had a much longer time to get that one, so I have a ton of rolls on Gnawing Hunger, and I love a lot of them. Arctic Haze, I have not gotten all the rolls I want, but there's some differences. First perk column for the Arctic Haze, you can get Outlaw, Triple Tap, Subsistence, Killing Wind, Genesis, and Mulligan. Unfortunately, there's not, other than Killing Wind, maybe Genesis, there's really not anything there for PvP that I really care about. Now for PvE, I love Triple Tap, I love Subsistence, I like Killing Wind. Genesis has been fun. Mulligan with the right situation, maybe Machine Gun, I'm hearing is very cool. On this weapon, I would not recommend it. You cannot get armor piercing rounds on this one. So Arctic Haze, very PvE focused in the first perk column. Gnawing Hunger has Tap the Trigger, Zen Moment, Subsistence, Field Prep, and Auto-Loading Holsters. So you got that Zen Moment for the PvP in that first column. Subsistence is basically the dominant PvE perk in the second column for the Gnawing Hunger. I really wouldn't go any other way with those two situations. PvP Zen Moment, PvE Subsistence. Second perk column for Arctic Haze, Vorpal Weapon, Thresh, Dragonfly, Elemental Capacitor, which I hate. Eye of the Storm. You can love Elemental Capacitor. I just hate it. Eye of the Storm and Unrelenting. Nothing PvP in there. I mean, Eye of the Storm maybe, but I'm not a big fan of Eye of the Storm in PvP. If you like it, that's you. And Unrelenting, I guess, could be good in PvP too. I just don't like those two in PvP. They don't work for me. So PvE, it's got Vorpal, it's got Thresh, it's got Dragonfly, which I had on mine. I really liked it. I actually liked that in PvP. It was pretty fun. It got a little nutty. Gnawing Hunger in PvP and PvE, second perk column, Demolitionist. I like that. I have a Subsistence Demolitionist role that I love. Rampage, the Almighty. Multi-kill clip and Swashbuckler. So everything, save for one perk on Gnawing Hunger's second column, gives you a damage buff, whereas nothing in Arctic Haze's second column gives you a damage buff. So other than maybe Dragonfly or Vorpal. I guess Vorpal's good if you're fighting PvP against Guardians where they're super active, but I'm not going to be primarying them most of the time. If you remember, you have it. If you like it, I like that. But I don't know. Perks, situations. In my mind, Gnawing Hunger has the edge overall, but mainly in PvP because it has some very PvP-focused perks. It has a lot of good PvE perks too. Thresh, very PvE-focused perks, not as much PvP-focused perks. But it's not really, that's an inverse way to look at it. It's more so that the perks that are on Arctic Haze lend themselves more to PvE, and the perks that are on Gnawing Hunger lend themselves more to PvP. That's just how Bungie chose to roll it. And they might have done that on purpose on Arctic Haze, knowing that it was a high rate of fire auto rifle and those things are hot right now. Let's not give them the kill clip and the rampage. Let's give them some more interesting perks that you have to work with. So, I don't know. Like I said, if I'm going to PvP with an auto rifle perk, just looking at the perks, I'm going to go Gnawing Hunger. But Arctic Haze has a lot of opportunity here for some fun builds. I like it in PvP. It feels good. Gnawing Hunger is dominant. It is definitely good in PvP. If you're going to go PvE, they're both good. They both have subsistence. You can do a lot of things with Arctic Haze that you can't do with Gnawing Hunger. Gnawing Hunger is very built on damage and is in its second column of perks. And then you have Demolitionist, whereas Arctic Haze, you have a lot of options as far as either build your super, boss damage, ad clear with Dragonfly, Unrelenting for Guardian sustainability. I'm beginning to look at Arctic Haze as a very Swiss Army knife weapon. Gnawing Hunger is a very specific weapon. If you have a Gnawing Hunger, you're going to use it in a couple different situations, whereas in Arctic Haze, you could probably get a roll for anything. That's kind of what I think. Now, what do I want on these two guns? Well, I'm going to link the God Roll guides I've done for both of these weapons in the description if you want to check those out. You can see all the perks and what I like. But as far as Gnawing Hunger goes, I have a Subsistence Rampage roll that is the roll. Chef's kiss. I have a Subsistence Demolitionist that is a utility roll that I love for getting my grenade back up. And I have a Zen Moment kill clip for PvP that I was using in this video that still feels magnificent. Arctic Haze, I want a lot of things, and I want to try a lot of things that I haven't gotten yet, and I'm going to get them, and when I get them, I'll bring them straight to you guys, and you can enjoy them as well. But I really, really, really want a Subsistence Vorpal roll on this sucker, or a Subsistence... Subsistence Dragonfly has some serious ad clear capabilities. If you throw some Dragonfly spec on that one, I think that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Which one do you prefer right now, and why? Let me know in the comments what your role is on both of them. What's your favorite Arctic Haze? What's your favorite Gnawing Hunger? You can still get both. You can still get Gnawing Hungers to drop with all these different perk rolls. It still does happen. It's a world drop now. Go to the gunsmith, farm anything, and you have the opportunity to get it. You can't focus it like you can focus the Arctic Haze at Varix, but as far as get ability, Arctic Haze now has the advantage, but Gnawing Hunger, you probably farmed a pretty good one in the beginning. So for me, I'm going to PvP with Gnawing Hunger until I get a better roll on an Arctic Haze for PvP. PvE, I'm going to use them interchangeably. My Gnawing Hungers are masterworked because I've had them longer. If I get a good roll for PvE and Arctic Haze, I would masterwork it. It's right there. Gnawing Hunger has the edge, but I really think it's only because of its age, because it's been here a certain amount of time and we've farmed up the rolls and we know what it's good at. Arctic Haze has an opportunity. It's the rookie, it's the up and comer, whereas Gnawing Hunger is the wily veteran. But hey, guess what? Your power cap's 1360. You're gonna be out of here way before Arctic Haze. Well, a season before Arctic Haze. Its cap is 1410. And hey, Gnawing Hunger might get nerfed again. You never know. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you guys are looking at. If you want me to compare any other guns, let me know what you want to see. Hit the like button if you didn't already. Subscribe. You should do that. I'm almost at 10K. You know you want to be in there first. You could say, hey, I was here when Death or Above only had this many subscribers. And it may not really change much in the future, but you know, you can still say that. But no, I appreciate you guys for doing that. And if you do want to support the channel monetarily, there's that join button. If you want to become a member, get some loyalty badges, some emotes, and just hang out, do the fun thing when we live stream. I'm going to be doing that more soon. But thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. You have a good one. And I am Death or Above, and I'll see you later. See you, bye.